Meanwhile, the crazy thing is 1 year or so ago or 2 years ago when I said that, it was before the announcement of Project 2025. It was before all of this mishigas became a reality. And now we're living with it. It's exactly what I predicted. Very similar to when I was testifying before the House Oversight Committee. And I told you, I warned the whole country and the world that if Donald Trump lost the election in 2020, that there would never be a peaceful transfer of power. And I am warning the country today on your show, like I did back then, if Donald Trump wins in November, there will never be another election again.
The New York Times article out this week, I think, brings to light something you've written about in both your books. And that is that he threw you back in jail, not for the crimes that were scrutinized by the Department of Justice, but because you were going to write a book and talk about them. Correct.
So I showed up at the request of the Bureau of Prisons to 500 Pearl Street, where I was met by two individuals, Enid Phoebus and Adam Pakula, two low-level BOP people. And they provided me with a document. And I gave you those documents so that you can actually show the entire world that this is not me making it up. This is reality. They gave me this two-page document that had no identification numbers onto it. It's not a legitimate document, as Jamie Raskin called it. It is a counterfeit document. And the first paragraph was a complete and total violation of my First Amendment constitutional rights. I cannot publish a book. I cannot do television. I cannot speak on radio. I cannot do anything. Not only can I not do it, but friends and family need to be warned of repercussions if I do. Well, I brought my friend, Jeffrey K. Levine, who's a lawyer, with me because I knew something felt wrong. And we said, is there a way to tamp down the language? My book, Disloyal, my first book, is already with the printers. So if I sign this, I'll be in violation already. Oh, sure, Mr. Cohen, why don't you wait in the hallway and we'll get back to you after we hear from our supervisors. I said, okay, great. Thank you very much. We sit in the hallway. Three of the biggest marshals I've ever seen in my life, handcuffed and shackles. All right, handcuffs and shackles, until ultimately they put me back up in Otisville for another 16 days of solitary confinement before, thank God, a million times for Judge Alvin K. Hellerstein, who acknowledged that this was retaliation by President Trump and by Bill Barr and the Department of Justice. And right now, I have a writ of certiorari to the Supreme Court because this matter that deals with the Dobbs decision's overturning of Bivens, the Bivens case, needs to be decided, and it needs to be discussed by the Supreme Court.
You mentioned the Supreme Court. Donald Trump yesterday in his rally said that anyone who criticizes the justices who decided Dobbs, the Supreme Court justices, should be arrested and jailed.
Now turn around and take out Supreme Court and take out justices and put in Michael Cohen and Donald Trump. Isn't that the exact same thing that he's saying? Anybody that criticizes Donald Trump, like Michael Cohen, should become jailed.
Well, that is his policy.
And that's what he did. That's what he wants to do. I don't know why people are so blind. Why are we sane washing the nonsense that he keeps saying again and again and again? Don't take it from Michael Cohen. Don't take it from Nicole Wallace or Mike Schmidt or anybody else that has written accurately about him. Take it from him. It's his words. He's warning you in advance what he intends to do. And that intention is the complete and total destruction of our rule of law and the Constitution.
Why do you think people are shrugging him off like he's not serious?
I have no idea. I can't figure out. I mean, listen to all the vile things that he says. He is marginalized. He is denigrated every single community in this country but one. The white supremacists. It's the only group that he hasn't. He comes down the golden escalators. It's Mexicans. Right after that, it's Muslims, right, with his Muslim ban. Then he goes ahead, it's Jews, and then it's Hispanics. And for whatever reason, friends of mine, smart, really Ivy League Jewish folk from the Upper East Side, oh, we're all in for Trump. He's good for Israel. He has these idiots bamboozled to believe. I don't know why. Well, many of them, it's for the money. It's all about...
What money, though? I mean, an autocracy isn't a stable economy.
No, it's not. But they believe that there will become, in essence, maybe the American oligarchs, or that there will be no taxes or something like that. I mean, for them, I'm not sure why they even think this way. You're willing to give up your daughter's reproductive decision-making rights. You're giving up the Constitution. The only reason that you have your money is because of the Constitution. And the same is going to happen with Elon Musk. It's another prediction. Trump wins. Trump is going to pull a Mohammed bin Salman on Elon Musk and take his money, claiming that it's a fraud against the country, and he wants that money back. Mohammed bin Salman did that to the other members of the royal family when he took them to the Ritz-Carlton. Trump will do the same, except he'll keep the money.
Your testimony before oversight is something that still gets replayed in terms of your prescient warnings about Trump. But he's now running on all the things that you then, in explosive testimony, warned about. Talk about how he continues to move the Overton window and normalize this unconstitutional conduct.
But he's not the one that's normalizing it. It's the followers. It's his sycophants that are the ones that are doing it. Why? Again, I don't know. There's something fundamentally wrong with their thought process, whether they're racists, and now it's become posh to come out. Before, you used to hide under the rock that you belonged. Today, it's acceptable commentary. It's acceptable behavior. It's acceptable to sit at a dinner table and to demean Haitian immigrants who are here legally and with the love and respect of the people from Springfield, Ohio, and to demean them and to make them less than human beings by talking about them eating people's pets, the cats, dogs, and geese. I mean, this is so crazy. I can't believe that this man that we're talking about right now, that this isn't some Saturday Night Live episode, but rather the man who is the Republican nominee, one of our two main political parties. He is the nominee. This is astounding.